son, I'm loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it?
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, set, get the flag, come on. Get him, get him. Hurry.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 2nd down and 4, Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Dobbs to throw, and Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Color. 56. I'm down.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Mahomes. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 38, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Sharp. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Mahomes going to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
On first down, Godfrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
It's Kelsey on the ground. Now the ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
No, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down. Dobbs. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Throwing here, Dobbs. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd and 7, Dobbs. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run on 1st down. Godfrey. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. They'll run with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's our time. Go. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dobbs looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
He's crossing. Watch the safety creep.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Chris Jones on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them.
There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Yellow. 57, call it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 3 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, Bernard. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
On first down, Downs to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Dobbs now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Come on now, let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Mike's 49. 43. 43.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's Hill, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So naturally, they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on fourth down.
Hey, Ripley.
Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Yellow, right there, 56. Watch the out.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
15 yards that time. And a Buffalo first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now. 1st and 10.
It's a party now.
Now it's Henry, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike. Here I come.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Check 53's mine. Check 53's mine. Come to my work.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick, But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Yellow. Let's get it. Let's go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 59 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
first down. It's Henry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 46-yard line.
That's what I do.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6, and now third down. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down now, Bernard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Hey, 43.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. On first down, Mahomes, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Yellow.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Attack!
And their first down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mahomes firing complete and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now it's Mahomes again. Being chased out left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. They complete it to Hill. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Mike, number 53, Mike 53. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You gotta be ready. Don't be scared of it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. This is Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Mike 56, Mike.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Yellow, yellow.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Yellow. Whip. Wait for this other.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep down. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 65 yards. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's sharp. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Mahomes to throw once more. Dancing. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Bills, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.